Hey, good morning, guys. You know, I have to do a little work on my EB7 Elite bike. The front end, got a little sun, but the front end's making some squeaky sounds. And I don't know if you've ever tried to work on a bicycle or a e-bike, and you try to get that front one, you want to spin it, and it's on the ground. You know what you need? You need a stand. This is a bike stand. This will work on bicycles or on e-bikes. This is the Vevor bike repair stand. Now this was inexpensive. We got this on Amazon. It's like $49.95. It's not bad. And here's the stand itself. Let me show it to you a little bit here. It has a clamp here that this opens up and closes up. It moves around. You can move it up and down. And then it also has a work tray. Work tray is really handy for a lot of things. Sometimes when you're working on things, you might want a beer to help you out. Well, now it has a hole here to place something. The beer don't quite fit in there. But that's not what it was really made for. It's a little tool tray. You can put screwdrivers around the edge. It has a little magnetic thing right here in the center. That little closer. That's magnetic. You put that in there and it'll hold on to things. If you got little screws, you've got little things that you need to put on there, but you can put all your tools right there. It's handy while you have the bike up in the air and you're able to work on it at the same time. This has a really wide, I don't know if the camera shows how wide these stands are, so it's really, really solid. This thing's not going anywhere. Get your bike up on there and start working. Let me show you a few more features about it. All right, this will go up quite a ways. Let me show you this. How high this thing goes, and then you can lock it down. But man, you can get your bike way up in the air. It'll stay there for a moment. I could have loosened that and it would have been a little bit better. But yeah, see, you can get your bike up in the air, but you put it down to start out. This will collapse up. Take that button there and these legs will come up to it. It looks just like a pole. But there is the e-bike stand. We're going to go ahead and put a bike on it. In fact, we're going to put that bike on it and work on the front end. So I'm going to put this on a tripod and we'll show you how that goes. All right, we have the stand set up kind of in the middle of the garage here. We're going to go over here. This is the bike we want to do some work on. So we're going to roll it over here. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the seat stem is how I'm going to attach it. Let me get this turned around. Now, the hardest part is, depending on how heavy your bike is to go ahead and get that up on the stand here. I think I have it. This will open it up. Let's go just a little wider here. Now I'm going to pick this up. Now this is the hardest part of the thing. I've got it low as I can get it, and we're going to set it up in there and lock it in place. So let's see how we can do that. It has a nice little handle here. Put it right in there. There we go, and then lock it down. Now this is what takes the most work, is just setting in place. You have to have that open far enough. But I'm going to screw this in. Now it's kind of balanced itself on the seat post here. And now we got to put it in place, lock it down. All right, it's not going to go anywhere now. And see, I can move this around however I want it. Now, this can be brought up more straight. Let's say like so. And then this screw at the back locks it down. So you tighten it kind of down where you want it. And there it is. See, now it's in place. I can spin the wheels around. This little wheel is kind of stiff, and I wanted to Try to loosen that up. And you move it around. See how I'm swinging here? So that I can move these wheels around. Yeah, see that back wheel's a little stiff? And then the calipers down here, I'm getting just a little bit of a squeaky sound. Now, I can move this up. It's a little bit low. If I want to get this up higher, right here, I get this loosened up here. Now, I just put my foot on the stand just to hold it in place because the bike's still heavy. Get it loosened up. Whoop, that was a little hard. Let's try it this way. Now, this is the first time I've used this. Tighten that down. There we go. Now, this is probably the hardest part of the whole thing. But once you've got this set up here, now you can work on the bike. That can roll. Here there's a clicking. I'm going to try to figure out what that clicking sound is. I'm going to try to move the bike so it's more straight like this by loosening this wheel here. Now let's get it more like this. There we go. Now it's kind of straight. So as you can see, this is all ready to work on now. You can still move it around a little bit. It also comes, I haven't used this yet. If you want your handlebars to not move around, this has a strap on it here. You can take this, put it around, and strap this in place. Effort to put this on. There it is. It's just kind of like a rubber there. It's got in place. Now, say I want to keep that in place here. You can strap this to many places. You can open this up and then see it moves back and forth. There's a little bar right here. We're gonna just fasten it to right here. Anyway, so that is how you do that. All right, here's what I'm gonna show. I just want to show you. You see how this close it is? That's a ribbon, and it goes over this little knurl. Sometimes it's a little hard to snap in place. Same way with the top up here. I don't know if the lighting's good enough here, but anyways, you can see that once you get that snapped in place, it has an adjustment here. This keeps the handlebars still moving, so when you're working on it, which I'm going to be working on this area here. Hear that clicking? I'm going to try to get rid of that clicking sound. And also the back end, it's just a little stiff. I'm going to see if I can loosen that up a little bit. All right, I have this handy little chair that I can get myself down lower enough to do it. I can still move that up a little higher, but then I can get in here somewhere. This caliper is sticking up, and I can hear it. I don't know if you can hear it on the camera, but it's making some noises. I'm going to try to clear that up, see if I can figure out what's causing that. So, but we got it set up. We're going to work on it. We'll come back later here when we get it fixed up. We'll see if we can get it right. All right, I wanted to show you now. The wheel, hardly any sound at all to it. And it'll stop real easy. Same with the back. The back was very stiff. Got that all adjusted. You can see it's gonna go around much easier, and I can test it out. This stand has really come in handy today. So now the wheels are all lined up. The caliper brakes are working properly, all because of the stand. We put our tools into the container here. So guys, I would recommend this for $49. This is the Vevor. It's Tough Tools half price, so Check it out on Amazon. I'll leave a link down below. Now this is a smaller bike, but it seemed kind of heavy, so we'll have to try one of the other bikes. All right, I wanted to show you. This is probably my biggest, or one of my biggest e-bikes. And it's on the stand right around the seat post. And it's not too bad. See, I'm wiggling it. We'll be able to move the wheels on it. So you can see this stand will probably do about all my bikes, but what I found out, you have to use the seat post, is where I always have mine all the way down, but I move them up, lock it down really good and tight, then you can get it up there and lock this down and you're all set. So it will work. This is my Wildway FW11S. This is the one that goes the furthest.